What's amazing to me is the nutrition that you get from the fresh ground where all the parts are there when we're
Mhm.
grinding
Right.
it ourselves,
Right.
right? And then when we look at store-bought flour, because they have to, almost all of the nutrients are taken out when you have removed the oil
Mhm.
part, because that's what goes rancid for in order for them to make it shelves, which I know you know this, but for somebody who's listening or might not be as familiar with the way that commercial flour is produced. And so you'll always see it where it says enriched or fortified. And
Right.
so they have to put back in a certain amount of synthetic vitamins, and those kind of macro micronutrients in there. But it is such a small portion of what, like, they're not matching everything. It's not the same, as what they've removed. They're only putting back a very small portion, and in most cases, if not all, it's synthetic forms. So
Mhm.
our bodies don't absorb that the same way, they don't use it in the same way, and we're actually missing out on a huge, huge range, of different macronutrients, minerals, etc., that are in the whole grain or wheat berry, and we're talking about specifically right now. Um, and so there's this whole field of nutrition that most Americans, or I would say, first world countries, are missing from their diet. A
Absolutely.
huge amount. Yeah.
I I don't even know if you can see it, but I brought a little display that shows the whole grain and white flour like you would buy in the store. So you start with the whole grain, but all of these things have to be removed from the grain to make the white flour. So you have your bran, your middlings, your wheat germ, and your wheat germ oil. So all of that has been removed out of the grain or out of the flour when you purchase it in the store. And that's the life of the grain right there, and you want that. So um, as you said, most of it is replaced with a synthetic version. And I think we're now seeing the results of what these synthetic things do to our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. It, yeah, if that doesn't make you wanna start milling your own grain, I'm not sure. Like, to me, that is a much bigger motivator, I have to say, than having the food storage, which I do love, and I do have stored, quite a bit of whole wheat berries and, different spelt and einkorn and some hard white wheat, etcetera. But for me, that's a much bigger motivator